Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, the JBT is back at you with another raffle. This time we be giving away an iPad, 10th generation iPad, on entertainment in the pocket of your hand. So you wonder, how do you get this iPad? It's only $10. We giving away block specials for all our prizes this time around. $10 per entry, 3 entries for just $25 to get you in this time. Who don't love a block special? Not only are we giving away an iPad, but it's more gifts. Who don't love gifts? Gifts on top of gifts. Send that money, JBT Network 1, JBT Network 1, JBT Network 1. Now, what you say is the other prizes now? We linked up with Kenichi Bear. Noise canceling headphones from the young brother straight from Baltimore, Maryland. So, if you want an addition to your $10, you get a secondary prize if you don't win the first prize. And then, don't forget, we got more. Don't win the first prize, don't win the second prize. Who don't need an air fryer? We're giving away a Ninja air fryer. Get your food right, eat healthy, get right. All on the JBT. $10 once again. I'll get you all of this. Your chance is golden. You got to be in it to win it. If you ain't in it, you don't get no prize. $10, JBT Network 1. Good luck. It's on you.
Yo, Boxing and my boy Price. Price got to get his sound straight.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, what's up with it, Free?
Ain't nothing. Got another episode started off tonight. BVO got this title. Why is Boots ducking T.O. and Brian Norman Jr.? Well, I'm not gonna talk about T.O. until BVO admit that T.O. is one of his favorite fighters. So I'm not gonna talk about him until he admit that. We're not gonna do that on this show.
We're not gonna have a segment of Teofimo Lopez tonight. We're doing it already.
But as far as Brian Norman Jr., there's word that they're working on making this fight for December, which is a good look for Brian Norman and Jaron Boots Ennis, because, like I've been saying, this is one of the fights that he gotta have, because Brian Norman is a good fighter. He has one of the belts that Jaron Boots Ennis needs in order to be undisputed. He said that's what he wants. That's the reason he's staying at 47, because a lot of people said there's nothing for him at 47. He needs to move up to 54. Well, the only thing that's there at 47 for him is to be undisputed. And the only way you can get that is by fighting the champions. And Brian Norman is one of those dudes. So I like this fight. Hopefully they get the deal done, and we can look forward to that fight. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I hope that fight get done too, Free. You know, I think it's a good fight, and it'll be entertaining for as long as it lasts. But I'm itching to see what Jaron does against a hard hitter like Brian Norman. But I mean, I don't know if the fight should be that hard to make, to be honest. You know, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, well, Bob can do some maneuvering, but I don't see why he wouldn't want to put himself in a position to line himself up with another payday as well, because I think that fight might do well. Like maybe, you know, or if they put it like on somebody's undercard or something like that, I don't know. Maybe he had to fight in Philly. It's going to be, I'm telling you, dog. If he had that fight in Philadelphia, man, my brother Crush can vouch for that one. But yeah, you know. So, but again, if he wants to be undisputed, Brian got one of them belts, and Boots got to go do what he needs to do. Just, you know, run through this guy, be done with him, and move on, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Brian Norman said. We can have the fight in Philly. I have no problem with having
I
the
heard
fight
him
in
say
Philly. He
it.
said we can even keep the same date that you already have lined up, which I believe was um in September. I think it was September sometime in September they was trying to get Jaron a fight in September in Philly. But either way, Brian Norman is down for the fight in Philly. He don't care where it has to be at. He's down for the fight. The only issue he said was they needed to offer him a little bit more money. They was offering him money like he wasn't a champion,
Yeah.
which is understandable. I mean, the man is a champion. He he worked for that position, and I mean, get a man a little bit more money. I don't know how much they offered him, but if he asking for a little bit more, add a couple of 100,000 to it and see if he'll take
If he
it.
budge a little bit, yeah,
Hey,
I'm with you on that, Free. Like
But
I don't know, like Eddie Hearn, you know how he could be, but I mean, this is a big fight for Jaron Ennis and Brian Norman because Brian Norman could possibly upset Jaron Ennis. A lot of
mhm.
people probably think that he's not, but he still can do it. So I mean, I hope that it's not a hard fight. I would like to see the fight. Like you said, what else is Boots gonna do if he doesn't fight Brian Norman? What does he do? Like Stanionis, I guess, you know. But I mean, I would like to see that fight first. But again, it's probably like the Shakur and Tank thing, not ready and all this stuff. They're gonna start talking about all the business gonna come out, and then we're all
Yeah.
gonna be disappointed.
What's going on, Ace? What's going on, 88 Sports? My man
88.
John Sanders, the Queen Melody. What's going on with you?
Melanie
Appreciate y'all going
Queen.
through. Yeah, I
Mel-
mean that fight has got to be done. There's really nothing else for Jaron Ennis outside of fighting the champions. We don't want to see him fighting somebody. I mean, unless it's a mandatory that he has to fight,
yeah.
which
I was
I
about to say, don't forget about the mandatories.
yeah,
Mandos.
unless it's a mandatory that he has to fight it, there's no way around it. Then
Right.
I would accept that. But other than that, that man he don't need to be fighting nobody but the champions or a mandatory. That's all he needs to be. He's
Yeah.
part of the contenders and the prospects coming up at 47. He fought enough of those. He
Yeah,
needs.
we don't need to see none more of them kind of fights. I
Yeah,
agree.
all he needs is champions and mandatories. He's at the point now. He's about to uh get his way up out of that division, so he don't need to fight anybody else outside the champions and mandatory. Um, but on another note, which is somewhat some surprising news and some upsetting news a little bit to me is upsetting. Is making this man I think they putting him in a position to fail. There's a rumor that they supposed to be putting an Arthur versus Bivol on ESPN Plus, and they're going to make Shakur Stevenson the main event of the pay per view. That is a horrible move. The only reason people was looking to buy this pay per view was for Arthur versus Bivol. There's no reason why you should take Arthur versus Bivol off that card and make Shakur Stevenson the main event for the pay per view. There's no intriguing fights on that card outside of Arthur versus Bivol. I mean, it's you got
Ridiculous.
Fabio on there, which the opponent that Fabio's fighting is going to be a decent fight. But I mean, Fabio's not a big name like that where everybody's looking for to see Fabio fight. Then you got Ben Whitaker, who's in there with somebody who everybody expect him to beat up on. You got Chris
Showboat
Eubanks,
look good.
yeah, Chris Eubanks Jr. He's in there with everybody expect him to beat up on. So it's horrible if they doing that. If they are going to go through with that and put the Bivol versus Arthur on ESPN Plus, and they making Shakur Stevenson the main event of that pay per view card. Granted, Shakur has never been on a pay per view card, so this is going to be his first fight in a fight that nobody wants to see. Nobody want to see Shakur versus Joe Cordina.
For
Nobody wants
sure.
to see that, and they're going to make that the main event. You are asking that man for to
Where
be
you
set
hear
up.
that news at, Free? I didn't hear that one today.
It was a rumor. I saw it. Where I see it at. I know my man Knockout was talking about, but before Knockout, after the show that we did yesterday, I was reading it, and then I went to Knockout show, and he just he just solidified with the rumor that I saw. He must have saw the same thing I saw. I can't remember where I seen it at. Was it on Boxing 24? It might have been on Boxing News 24.
Really?
I can't remember exactly where I seen it at, but that's the one. I mean, like I said, it's not concrete. It's a rumor. But if that is something that they're doing, they setting that man up for failure. He said, "Is Boots really?"
Well, they setting them up for failure if as far as pay-per-view numbers and trying to sell a pay-per-view, but he's still getting a payday, so that's not a failure there. And he's still he has to look good, and I think he will look good. So I don't want to say it's a complete waste of time, but you're right. Strategically, Dee Free, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's not a waste of time for Shakur because he's getting paid for his hard labor. But you are right.
I don't know. Say what? I don't know if that's a payday because you got to remember. Because you got to remember, Bud Crawford got $3 million for his fight against Magnum.
So Shakur might get like $1 million or $2 million. That's a payday. Yeah. That's a payday.
That's not no payday, dog.
That's a paycheck, Free. It's a payday. Like when you go to your job and they deposit your money in your direct deposit, and that's payday. It's payday.
That's a pay cut. Shakur made more money in his last fight than he did that he's going to make.
I mean, I don't quote me on that number, Free. Like I don't know if that's what he's getting. I'm just saying.
I'm agreeing with you. I think
you got to think about it. He turning right back around 4 months and fighting again. So that like you said, he probably made decent money in his last fight, and here he is 4 or 5 months later again, right back in there for another $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. I don't know.
Yeah, but at that point, with the level that Shakur is in. That's a pay cut. You're taking a pay cut. And you're taking a pay cut against somebody where you got to go. As you the A side, you're going over to Saudi Arabia. They're not fighting in your hometown or nothing like that. If they making this the main event, now you're giving up your A side to go fight in Saudi Arabia. You're going to fight in Saudi Arabia, which is closer to his turf than it is to yours. He's from the UK, so if any fans going to be there, it's going to be his fans that's going to be there. It's not going to be too many fans for Shakur that's going to be over there. There might be some, but it ain't going to be too many. So now you're fighting closer to his turf, and then you fighting for 1.5, maybe $2 million. Because I don't think there's going to be no backing on the pay-per-view.
But that's pretty good money though, Dee Free. I know it might be a small pay cut, but at least you're working. You know, slow dough better than no dough. So. Man. I'm going to give Shakur. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He just made a decent payday in his last fight, and I seen C Wood. Shout out to you. I don't know, but I think it was like 2 million, 1 point something, maybe I don't know, but it doesn't matter. If he made 1 point, let's just use the easy numbers. Let's say he made $1 million in his last fight, and he's turning around 4 or 5 months later, taking a fight that he should dominate, and he's making another $1 million. That sounds like pretty good payments to me.
Yeah, it just looked like a duck.
I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna go to war with you on that one. I can't. You know, if you want to call it a duck, that's fine. I got my way of looking at it. You know, and you got your ways, and BVO just got his ways. But we all got our ways to looking at Shakur. But I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, like Canelo and some of these other fighters not on that.
What's going on, T Wood? What's going on, Tim Layton? What's going on, Thomas Hill? Appreciate y'all coming through.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. We just chopping it up.
As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button.
Please hit that like.
We're trying to take this thing to another level. We're trying to get this podcast up and running, and we're trying to get these algorithms up. So make sure y'all hit the like button, share the video. But after I look at all of the evidence between Shakur and Tank Davis, and then I see this fight, it's starting to look more and more like a duck from Shakur. What's going on, Marky Dan? It's starting to look more and more like a duck from Shakur. Because I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the tweet that Shakur had with Kenny Ellis, and he was going back and forth with Kenny Ellis. Kenny Ellis was clowning him about this Joe Cordina fight, and then that was the perfect opportunity for Shakur to tell Kenny Ellis the only reason why I'm taking this fight is because Tank ain't sent me no offer. Nah, instead of him to go do that route, this man started talking about Kenny Ellis' daughter. I'm like, oh, dog. What does his daughter has to do with this situation, dog? His daughter ain't got nothing to do with this situation. He's talking about your fight that you got coming up. That's why I said I I understand what Just Do said about the whole situation. He believed that it was no offer on the table. It probably wasn't. I mean, it's probably. I mean, he believed that the fight wasn't next. It probably wasn't next because
I believe him too, because I heard other people say the same thing, like the fight wasn't ready to go or whatever. I can agree with that to a certain extent.
I don't care about none of that because what I saw.
I hear you. We're not businessmen.
Like I said, what I do is I look at all of the facts. I look at all of the facts, and this man said he told Eddie Hearn, do not negotiate the fight with Tank Davis. And his reason was he didn't want Eddie Hearn to mess up the deal. But then you turn around and sign with Eddie Hearn. Why would you sign with somebody that you thought was going to mess up the deal with Tank Davis? It doesn't. That doesn't make sense. It's just looking like he's avoiding Tank Davis, in my opinion. It just looked like he's avoiding him. He said Tank Davis.
We right. I mean, you right to a certain extent. I agree.
What's good, fellas?
But his team said send a term sheet offer. Yeah, he didn't send a contract. He sent the offer. He didn't send a contract. He sent the offer.
Yeah, a little term sheet.
He definitely sent the offer. I know that there was an offer. I know all of the facts lined up said that there was an offer on the table. Whether it was a good offer or a bad offer, there was an offer on the table because, like I said, he said that Tank Davis' team reached out to him to make the fight. He said
he did say that
their team is talking. They just got to get the money together.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Eddie Hearn, I don't want you negotiating this fight to mess this fight up. It seems like there was an offer sent on the table. And like I said, when Kenny Ellis started talking about the Joe Cordina fight, this man did not say the only reason why I'm taking this fight is because y'all didn't send me an offer. He started talking about Kenny Ellis' daughter. So it seemed
that was
like
a little weird.
Offers sent to him, it just wasn't good enough. And he didn't want to say that because it would look like he's a duck. Because everybody know if Tank Davis send you an offer, you take the offer. You're going to make more money than anybody you fight. You take the offer that Tank Davis send you. That's what it seems like. I'm not saying that is a fact. I'm just going by the facts that are there, and I'm putting them together, and that's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, salute, fellas. Salute. How y'all doing, man?
What's good? What's good, Marky Dan?
I'm good, man. I heard y'all talking about
Peace, Marky.
Yeah, what's good, Prize? What's good? I heard y'all talking about Shakur. As usual, he's doing what Twittersons do. He's on Twitter. So Kenny Ellis came at him about fighting Joe Cordina.
Mm-hmm.
And what, he just started talking about his daughter?
Yeah.
He didn't say,
he started talking about her record or something like that, or you need to, you know what I mean? She's not a bad fighter, but I think she got a loss or two.
Oh, so he wasn't even.
I think he went there with it. He pretty much went there, but I'm going to personally.
That's even worse.
I'm personally going to take the just do route. I'm going to just stand out on the limb and say the fight wasn't ready to go, even though we wanted it next, and they probably had fights in between. They fought around the same time, what I was trying to say. So, but on the flip side of the part that we all hate and argue about now, the business part, again, I can see, and Just Do is not the only brother that I heard say that. I heard other couple brothers say the same thing. Y'all know that fight wasn't ready. Why y'all doing this? Why y'all making yourself go crazy?
But why wasn't it ready? Neither of them had but why wasn't it ready? Neither of them had a fight.
We're not businessmen. We're not businessmen in boxing, so we don't know.
I'm gonna say something else that my man Knockout said. Shout out to my man Knockout. This was something else that he said that made absolutely perfect sense. Shakur Stevenson had a fight in July. Tank had a fight in June. Shakur Stevenson signed this fight for Joe Cordina in August. A month later, he has never made a fight right after he just got out of a fight. Never made a fight after he just got out of a fight.
But this is first time being a free agent though, Free.
Yeah, it's the first time.
So he didn't have that type of security he would have with a top ranked contract.
Well, what Shakur said was, I'm gonna look at everybody and I'm gonna see what's the best offer out there. I'm gonna look at everybody, see what's the best offer out there.
God damn, this nigga high.
So what offer is Eddie Hearn giving Shakur Stevenson? We know the offer that Top Rank gave him, 5 fights for $15 million. We know the offer Top Rank gave him. I don't know if PBC gave him an offer or not. We know that Tank Davis was there. That's pretty much this whole deal of what Top Rank was giving you. One fight with Tank Davis, you're gonna get roughly $10 million at the minimum. Frank Martin made close to $10 million. So you're gonna get roughly $10 million just for that one fight. What does Eddie Hearn?
You're right about that, Free. You ain't lied about that. Frank Martin did walk away with a bag. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it was $10 million, but I heard it was north of 8.
If you tell Eddie Hearn, don't negotiate the fight with Tank Davis because I don't want you to mess it up. Whatever fight is he's going to negotiate for you.
Was he signed? He wasn't signed with Matchroom when he said that, was he, Free?
Yeah, he was.
So he was signed to Matchroom when he said that. I didn't know that.
Why? I mean, you got to look at the fact. Why would he tell Eddie Hearn not to negotiate if he's not signed to him? Eddie Hearn had nothing to do with it. If he's not signed to you, Eddie Hearn has nothing to do with that fight. So he had to be signed to him in order for him to say, Eddie Hearn, I don't want you to negotiate this fight to mess it up.
Man, I don't go by what no damn showbiz is talking about. Respectfully, Ace.
I'm just going by
no,
what
I'm
he
reading.
said.
I was reading the chat. My bad, Free. Damn, my phone about to die. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm going by what he said. That man, so he had to be signed to Eddie Hearn already.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's. I thought that he said something like Eddie Hearn was like, if Shakur signs with Matchroom, I can make the fight. You know, but I don't. You might be right on that. I don't even want to really go to war with that one.
Yeah, I'm
because it really don't matter if he was or he wasn't. You feel me?
Yeah, my whole thing is, what does Eddie Hearn have to offer him? You have his best fighter that he has to offer, Shakur Stevenson, is a fighter with only 3 or 4 fights.
That's what I was about to say.
That's the best fighter he has.
I don't know what happened between Tank and Shakur and their negotiations, or if they even had one. I don't know at this point. But what I do know is Joe Cordina is a major step back from, at least to me, is a step back from Hard Tune.
Real quick. I don't even watch this dude, but he said that Lopez said everything that I'm saying. Damn, I don't even watch this dude.
Yeah, I don't watch that nigga.
I don't even watch this dude, but
that's BVO people.
If he's saying the same thing that I'm saying, then hey, like I said, I'm just going according to what the facts are, dog. Everything that's laid out.
Yeah, the facts.
I look at all of the facts that's laid out, the stuff that we can look at and say, okay, yeah, he did say that. Yeah, he did do this. Yeah, he did say that. I'm going by that. And I'm putting all of those puzzles together to make the big picture. And the big picture looks like there was an offer sent. It just wasn't the offer that Shakur wanted. And he wasn't going to say that publicly because it would make him look like a duck.
A duck, like he ducked.
Yep. But great detective work by Officer Dee Free. But as I was saying, this is a major step back from Hard Tunian, regardless of if there was a deal on the table from Tank or not. This is a step back from Edwin De Los Santos. This is a step. Nah, I ain't gonna say Yaguchi, but still, this is just not a good fight for Shakur. I don't know. Could he not have moved to 140 and fought Matias for no title on a Turkish card?
Just
that
got
would have been
smoked.
better to me.
He just got smoked.
That's still better than Joe Cordina to me. Joe Cordina got stopped cold.
Yeah, he did, but Cyril Matias is, man, that dude ain't nobody, man.
But Pride,
I don't even know why y'all
you know how people would hype up that. You know how the Puerto Ricans will come out for that fight. You know how people will be
Puerto
talking.
Ricans gonna come out and they gonna be disappointed when they leave.
Pretty much, probably.
I mean, Joe, like I said, Joe Cordina is not a bad fighter, though. I'm not gonna say he's a bad fighter.
No, Melanin Queen, not to cut you off, Dee Free. No.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I don't even know what the hell that says under my name. What does that say?
That says prize fighter.
No, it says in that little white box. What does it say? I never wrote nothing like that.
It says biggest hater.
Yeah, I don't know. That's stuff that BVO probably snuck up on me. I ain't never really peeped that. But no, that's definitely not my cash app.
Let me change mine right now.
I don't even know how to do that.
If you look down at the at your joint, you can click on the little white box with the microphone, and you can change it.
I don't know how to do all that. I don't give a damn right now. I'll figure it out another time. But BVO probably did that because I don't do stuff like that. But moving along.
But yeah, that's I just don't. I mean, the only reason why I'm talking about it is because we believe that Shakur Stevenson is one of those dudes. If you didn't believe that Shakur Stevens was one of those dudes, you wouldn't care who he's fighting.
Right.
That's the only reason why we talk about the fighters that we talk about, because we believe that they are good fighters.
They're the goods. Yep.
So even though we go at Teo, we believe in the ring Teo is a good fighter. Outside the ring is another story.
I got Teo on my pound for pound list, top 10.
I mean, that's your opinion. But like I said, outside the ring, it just I don't even deal with the outside the ring. Inside the ring, I talk about what these guys, how I feel these guys are inside the ring.
Might got Teo at 11 or 12.
But I mean, he's talking about Wise Boots ducking Teo. All right,
ain't nobody ducking. They fight at 140. We're not having that conversation.
Let me dive into this real quick. Brian Norman Jr. sent Teo an offer to fight September 27th. Teo declined that offer. And then they came out with Top Rank offered Teo a 2-fight deal. And one of those fights was Devin Haney. Teo declined that offer. So if anybody is ducking, it's Teo. It's Teo. If anybody's ducking, it's Teo. So BVO keeps saying he's ducking. Teo, when did Teo call Jaron Boots Ennis out?
He never even said his name.
That's what I'm trying to figure. When did he call Jaron Boots Ennis out? How can he say? I mean, first he was saying Bud was ducking Teo. Now
and this is how BVO traps us in a Teo segment, and we're going down that yellow brick road, and we're not doing it. He ain't ducking no Teo. They two different. Jaron Ennis is at welterweight. Teofimo Lopez is at 140. BVO always setting us up with these questions, and then here we are talking about this man again.
I just want to clear this narrative, because if somebody come past and look at this daggone title, they're like, oh, Jaron ducking Teo? Nah, that's not even the case. Teo has never called that man out. And last time I checked, Teo's fighting at 140. The fight that everybody said that he was going to get was a fight probably with Brian Norman Jr., because Teo was the WBO champion at 140. Brian Norman is the WBO champion at 147. So Teo can easily move up and become his mandatory right away. But he declined the fight that Brian Norman sent to him. So Teo is the only duck in this whole scenario. Like I said, Brian Norman and Jaron, they working on making a fight for December. Hopefully that goes through. He said, Thomas said, the fight that Eddie Hearn could get, though, that's in-house, and they were at each other's neck not too long ago. Yeah, it's an in-house fight. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, I just went into the store. This nigga outside, high as hell, pushing carts.
He said, I'm going to suspend Teo talk for a week. I don't even think I have the authority, but I'm going to work on it. I already said that I just wanted to kill the narrative that BVO is putting up here, but we're not talking about him until BVO admit that that's one of his favorite fighters.
No, until he admits that he's on his payroll. Cut me and Dee Free on some of them Teo checks. We got kids too.
Teo be trolling, always mentioning Teo. I'm convinced that's his favorite fight. That's
for
one
a week.
Teo is BVO's long lost brother. That's all that shit is.
Moving along.
This man loves Teo.
Moving along.
Free, what else you got, Freezy?
There was some rumors of I'm about to pull it up and see. There were some rumors that Devin Haney was supposed to be moving to 147, and they was trying to get him a fight. I can't remember who the guy was. But
I saw Pyro free.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
at 140,
Liam Paro in December.
Yeah, Pyro's the 40-pound champ that just smoked
yeah, because
real, right?
that's what I was saying, because there was a rumor that he was supposed to be fighting at 147, and the fighter that they was trying to get, I think, was some Russian dude, and the fighter declined the fight, or they couldn't work out a deal with that fighter. So they talking about he might be getting Pyro. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a good fight for Devin.
I don't think that. I think Devin needed. I mean, he looked a little. I mean, 140 might be cool, but Devin's he's growing into a man like a fool. I'm not saying he's not a man, but he's like growing like crazy, like rapidly. Like it's one fight, like we should like that Cambosis fight. He looked like a skeleton, and we didn't like the way he looked in there. He went in there and handled his business 2 times. Then when he came in there with Regis, they had some weird way and stuff. He didn't supposedly look good then. Look healthy, what I mean look good, like healthy wise in his face. And then in Orion, I don't remember too much about that, but Devin might need to go ahead and just fill out at 47. I think he'll be okay. It's 47 is wide open, and you got Boots in there and want to smoke everybody. So I don't know how you maneuver around that before fans will start calling for that fight. But
he said Devin should fight at 68.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
No, I think I understand what you're saying. You don't like the fight for Dev. Probably immediately coming off of that last loss. Not only that, all the emotions you had from the Ryan fight and the build up, all the weeks of that trolling and stuff, and then the aftermath. Oh my God, he got destroyed. So maybe it would be best to take a little tune up at 47. Then if you want to do Pyro, you could do that next year spring. But
Pyro at
overall,
40, if he go to 47, he ain't coming back.
Maybe. I don't know. But
overall, if Devin moves to 47, he ain't coming back to 40.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to come back to 40 if you're moving up to 47.
And then the tank fight
if you moving up,
scrapped.
no, I'm saying you moving up there for a feel good fight. You're just going up there to fight a bum. You ain't going up there to stay.
No, see the thing is.
But hold on. Well, let me finish my point. If you want to come back down for a Liam Paro, if Dev is 100%, I think he should beat Liam Paro. That's just my opinion.
Salute, brother.
And if he comes in with the right game plan, go ahead, Free.
Nah,
you right though.
I'm gonna say,
but he ain't going to
say this.
One fight and coming back down. If he go to 47, that's where he gonna be.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think that it's a good idea for him to go to 47 and come back down. And the reason being is because he's already playing with his weight. He stayed at 35 too long.
Stayed at
35 too long. By the time he got to 40, he's already starting to outgrow that weight class.
Yeah.
So him going to 47 and putting on that weight for 47, he's gonna come in and the fight probably somewhere around 150 something, maybe 160, and then turn around and try to fight again back at 140. You don't want to play with your body like that. You don't want to play with your body like that.
Go down there and do that and get his ass knocked out.
Just if your body is outgrowing a weight class, so be it. It outgrew the weight class. Go to 47, get acclimated at that weight class. Fight some contenders coming up. You ain't got to get in there with the best guys. We understand your name is starting to grow or whatever, but you need to work your way up and to get acclimated at that weight class. We saw Bud do it. Bud worked his way up. Yeah,
he did.
He took on a champion, but nobody really gave that man that championship. The Australian government gave him that championship. So he saw that was the easiest championship he can get. He didn't beat no Manny Pacquiao. There was no point in time in that fight did daggone what's the dude name? I can't even think of his name right now.
I did think Pacquiao
not
won
Joe
the fight.
Horn, but Jeff Horn.
Yeah, Jeff Horn.
I did think
Jeff Horn won that fight against Manny Pacquiao.
They robbed Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao almost killed that boy in one of them rounds.
What's going on, Thomas Hill?
In one,
brother Thomas.
Hey, I wanted to go back. Hey, what's going on, bro? It's my main man, Marky Dan.
I ain't spoken to you in a minute.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while, man. It's always
good to hear your voice, brother.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, man. Like they said in the movie Ghost, ditto. Hey, but I want to go back just for a small second on that Shakur matter, and another reason why it looks bad on him. When they were talking about how many times people were claiming duck for Tank and whatnot. He said a lot of times people price themselves out. That if he got an offer, more than likely it was going to be a good offer and it was going to be the most money he ever made in a fight. And on top of that, it will bring him popularity too, especially if he beat him, he could become the man.
Yep, sir.
So like all of this stuff that happened afterwards, man, it looked kind of suspect because you went against everything you said. You said that if he sent the fight, or not, I know he said if he sent a contract, and then he didn't send a contract. But before you get to a contract, you got to send the term sheet off. And that's what was sent. You know, it was sent, hey, look, we can do this, man. It was probably 70-30. But I mean,
What's good,
in all fairness, Tank is bringing most of the views to the party. So, you know, your 30% is going to be better than 100% that you can do on your own.
Right. That's a good
And
point.
on top of that, you get back in. So you
Tommy Hill, quick point. This is not the first time Shakur has been in this situation.
Oh, you talking about the Aaron fight?
No, I'm talking about the Devin Haney fight.
I'm about to say he talking about Devin.
Oh, Devin. Well, I believe. I believe
he sent him that offer.
It still would have been
the
a
offer.
decent payday
Exact
too.
same thing.
Yeah, I believe he should have took the offer. I really agree with that. Just because you that confident you gonna whoop him, you gonna get the belt anyway. You gonna have full on
And he
control.
could have been in one fight and undisputed in one fight.
So this is twice now that he's done this. Can we label it a duck,
And
Tommy Hill?
Devin was vulnerable with the weight, like Dee Free said.
Yeah, I believe he should have took that offer with Devin, but I also understand why
I
understand.
Because they was offering him lower than what he could have got because they already said he was going to be the mandatory, but they decided to go ahead and work out a deal before they actually made it a mandatory. So he was like, "Well, you can giving me less than what the mandatory offer is.
Less than what the mandatory gets." Yeah.
Yeah, they did. That was crazy though with Dev, but I ain't mad at him. He was the boss. That's what it is.
50, that was pushing it, asking for 50.
He giving out puffy deals,
But
bad boy deals.
Dee Free, you getting offered your highest guarantee ever and you got undisputed. You whoop him, you the man.
That's why I say he should have took the fight.
Yeah,
I understand why he didn't, just on principle. Why you trying to lowball me? It look like you not trying to fight me by giving me that offer. But he should have took it and just whooped on him.
Yeah, I believe he should have took it, but I also understood why he went to the sanctioning body. Like I said, the problem was with him going to the sanctioning body is by asking for 50-50. That was the problem with going to the sanctioning body. He should have just said, "Can you mandate this fight? And if we can't work out a deal, we can take it to a purse bid."
But Dee Free, go back and look at it. Dev sent him a second deal and gave him the WBC 30%.
No, they didn't.
He did. Go look go look it up. He sent him a second offer.
No.
Well, if that was the case, then it really looks bad.
Hold on. Let's not argue about this. I'm gonna go find it. Go ahead.
They never gave him a 30% offer. They never gave him a 30% offer. They said they offer him a flat fee. At first they offered him a flat fee. And then they offered him another I believe it was I think it was 2 deals they offered him. Was a flat fee, and then they offered him 25%. And then Shakur turned down both of them, and he kept saying, "I want 50-50." He kept telling them, "I want 50-50." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna go to the sanction body." By the time he went to the sanction body, Devin had already was talking to Eddie about the Regis Prograis at the same time he was dealing with Shakur. He was already talking to Eddie about the Regis Prograis fight. So when Shakur went to the sanctioning body, he just went ahead and said, "Okay, well, since you want to play hardball, I'm just gonna go over here and take this Regis Prograis fight. I can move up and be a 2-division champion."
Okay,
and that's what he did.
Well, my understanding was that Dev sent him a 20. The first offer was 25%. Then later on, Dev came back with 30%. But if that's not what happened, then
the first offer was a flat fee. That was the first offer, and then the second offer was 25%. Bill came out and said it. He came out. I think he did a live. I think he did an interview. It was either with It was either with Fanon or it was with somebody. He did an interview, and he said the first offer I offered him was a flat fee. And then they was like, "Oh, how you gonna offer him a flat fee and it's a pay-per-view fight?" And so he said, "Okay, we're gonna go back." And then he said he offered him 25%. And they were like, "Well, why are you offering him 25% when he can be the mandatory and get 30%?" And Bill was like, "Well, it's 25% for undisputed, but he's not the mandatory to every belt. He's the mandatory to the WBC belt, and the WBC offers 30%." Because they kept saying, "Well, what's the guarantee? I mean, what's the split for undisputed?" He's not fighting. I mean, he is fighting for undisputed, but he's not the mandatory for undisputed. He's the mandatory.
But then for you to turn down the 25%, Dee Free, like you don't see that as what? Anyway, that shit is down the road.
I said he should have took it, but I understand why he went to the WBC. The only problem I had was him asking for 50-50. That's the only problem I had. You can't ask for 50-50 and you not bringing anything to the table. This man is the undisputed champion. He's giving you an opportunity to fight for all of the belts in one fight. You take the 30%. If you don't want the 25, say, okay, look, y'all giving me 25. Can y'all at least give me the mandatory offer, which is 30%? He didn't say that. He kept saying 50-50. So that it made it look like he believed he was more than what he was, which, like I said, that's the only problem that I had with it. But either way, like I said, with the whole Tank, it just looked like he avoided Tank. I ain't gonna say he ducked him. It looked like he avoided him.
But why? Do you think it was the same thing as the Dev thing? Is what I was saying. Do you think he priced himself out? If that's possible.
Oh, most definitely. And that's why I say he couldn't say that they did send him an offer, because they were gonna be like, "Man, we sent you. Yeah, we did send you an offer. We sent you an offer for such and such, and you asking for this." So he couldn't bring that up.
My next
question, it would open a can of worms.
My next question: is it time to put that duck label on Shakur Stevenson?
Like I said, I'm not gonna say he ducked him. I'm gonna say he avoided him. Because they still might make that fight, because they're talking about 2025. So they still might make that fight. If he makes that fight, he just avoided him to get into a better situation. Because let's be honest, the more Shakur fights and wins, he's going to ask for a little bit more money. Now, it also depends on the opponents that you're fighting. You got to fight better opponents. Joe Cordina is not going to give you no price up. You're not getting an extra price.
You're not getting a raise, basically.
That's more like a decline than a incline.
Right. So, but still, nevertheless, it's still a good buddy. It's feeding his daughter. What is it, your daughter?
What I will say is, if he goes out here and he fight Joe Cordina, and the rumors are true that they making this the main event, and he does good on this pay-per-view, like they do somewhere around 400,000 or 500,000 on this pay-per-view.
Well, they ain't gonna give him credit, Dee Free. They'll say that's because of Bivol and Artur Beterbiev.
I'm just saying, if
they're not going to give him credit for sure, they're gonna be like, man, Shakur, they just moved him to the last fight. He wasn't the main event; he was just the last fight. That's what they'll say. They'll find something for it. Trust me.
I mean, they haven't offered the fight on pay-per-view yet, so you can't go buy the Bivol fight yet on pay-per-view. They haven't put it up to buy yet. Not that I know of. I'm gonna go to DAZN right now and see if I see it up there. I didn't see it up there last week when I was looking at the fights. No, it's still not up here.
No,
it's not up here yet. So it's not
the fight is supposed to be on DAZN.
It's October. Yeah, it's on DAZN October 12th. But the Bivol, according to the rumors, the Bivol and Arthur fight is supposed to be on ESPN Plus. So they haven't put the fight on DAZN yet. So if they do have that as the main event, and he sells somewhere around 300,000 to 400,000 pay-per-views, that's a win for Shakur. His first pay-per-view with nobody wanted to see him in there with. That's a win for Shakur.
The brother B3, and salute to him, says He at work chilling. Well, he ain't chilling, but he at work or whatever. Tank ain't fighting Loma and Core in 25. Loma's ducking and Shakur got too many managers. I feel like he got too many people in his ear too. That's another thing.
I don't think he's going to fight Loma. I don't think Loma wants to fight Tank no more. I think he knows that Tank is going to knock him out. I don't think he wants to fight. That's why he said the money is not motivating him.
Yeah, you're right about that, Ace. But I'm just happy for him getting paydays. I don't know, man. That shit crazy.
I think he would fight Shakur. I don't think he's going to fight Loma. I think Shakur will step up to the plate before Loma will. Because all you got to do is give Shakur enough money. I think he'll get in there. If Tank was to offer Shakur I don't know what he offered him because he could have very well offered him $5 million guaranteed. He could have very well offered him $5 million guaranteed, and Shakur was like, "Nah, I want $7, I want $8." I don't know, but like I said, all reports it looks like they did send him an offer, and Shakur was like, "Nah, that's not what I like
it." Well, I think that was a good point that B3 said. I want to highlight his comment again, just some of it. He got too many. I feel like he got too many managers and Bob Arum. You got Prince, and then that's just too much going on. He got people probably around him talking, and then when he try to talk to him, he don't listen. He just needs to just stop talking and just be quiet. He's one of them young boys that just you can't say nothing to him. The number one fighter in the world is telling you why you didn't stop the guy that you fought last. He told you why that you didn't stop him. The man Terrence Crawford said you didn't jab your way in. You changed up your footwork, but you didn't. And he was like, "Nah, but I was trying to get him." And then Bud told him again, "You didn't jab your way in." And Shakur had to answer every time Terrence told him what he didn't do right to stop him. And that pissed me off about Shakur because I'm such a huge fan and supporter of Shakur Stevenson. So it pissed me off to hear him just because I was just listening to Terrence I was just like, damn, I'm listening to Terrence like I'm in the fight. And Shakur's like, yeah, but da 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 da. And then he was like, yeah, you did. Terrence was like, you did that, but you ain't jab your way in though. And Shakur like, I was trying to get him. He had an answer for everything, and I was just like, shut up, dog. Let one of the goats of the generation. Let this niggas tell you why he didn't stop this bum. Because if that was Terrence at 135, he would have destroyed that opponent. Facts.
When you know everything, you can't learn shit.
I mean,
somebody told me was Prize, and it opened my eyes. I'm gonna know.
All I know is, like I said, watching that fight, it wasn't a bad performance from Shakur. It wasn't a performance where people should have been leaving. It wasn't a performance where people should have been falling asleep. It was actually a good performance from Shakur. It's just the fact he didn't do what he said he was going to do, which was knock him out or stop him. That was the only problem about the whole fight. But I don't look at Shakur as a knockout artist. A knockout is icing on the cake for Shakur and Devin. That's icing on the cake. I expect them to go out there and outclass their opponents when they in there with somebody that's not on their level. I expect them to outclass them. If they get the knockout, that's an icing on the cake. So I go into these fights being realistic. I know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these fighters. I know Shakur is not a big puncher, so I don't expect him to get a knockout. If he do, icing on the cake. When I look at Devin, I don't expect him to get a knockout. If he do, icing on the cake. Tank Davis, I look at him to expect to give him a knockout when he's in there with somebody that's not on his level. He's a knockout artist. I expect him to get a knockout. So you just got to be realistic when you're looking at these fighters, and then you can critique them accordingly. But to say, oh, he didn't knock him out. What fighter did you thought that Shakur really was going to knock out? You don't look at Shakur. He only got
casual thought.
But I look at Shakur. He's going to go in there and
that's the problem, Dee Free, because
I don't need Shakur.
That's the problem, Dee Free, because he lives in that realm of Twitter.
Shakur Stevenson to win the fight. I don't need him to knock you out. If it comes, it happens. I watched Floyd Mayweather the second half of his career not knock anybody out, and I enjoyed every 12 rounds that he gave me, boxing and moving. And if Shakur does that and he gets a knockout here and there, I'm cool with that. I just want him to win and just shut up and just win and just stop doing all this talking. Just stop having an answer for everything that somebody trying to tell you. Just lock in and beat these niggas up, because I think he can beat everybody up, and him and Tank is the fight to make. I don't care what nobody say. People say Tank stop him, okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, that's the fight to make.
I don't have a problem.
Challenge.
I don't have a problem with
and
Shakur.
If you're going into the fight, a lot of people will say Tank gonna knock him out and not give him a chance, but they will be surprised. But I'm not saying he'll win. I'm just saying.
Shakur talking on Twitter. The only thing that I have a problem with,
it pisses me off, Shakur. He does. He pisses me off. He does, man.
When he say he's gonna stop this dude or he's gonna knock this dude out.
He's supposed to promote the fight.
Yeah, I expect him to say.
But do you really expect him to do it?
No.
Why do y'all take so much? Why do y'all take that in so much? Why do y'all be like, is Shakur out there tweeting and saying, I'm gonna knock him out, I'm gonna stop him, I'm gonna do this, all in the press conferences, all in the thing? That's his job. It's part of his job. Like, you got more than one thing to do at your job. You got more than one things to do at your job.
No problem, but
right?
do it. But
okay,
do
I'm
it,
just
Prize.
saying he's doing part of his job, but that doesn't mean so when he goes out and win, that's doing his job. So his job is to say, I'm gonna knock everybody out. I'm gonna stop him. Watch. You know what I mean? Then when he get in there, he be himself and he just do enough to win. Not enough, but he'll smoke you too. But he'll win. You know what I'm saying? He won't give you the knockout. Why do people get so mad? Because he said he was gonna knock somebody out and he didn't. It's Shakur.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so mad? He just boxed his brains out for 12 rounds. I'd rather see that than a knockout and then waste all my $100 on these dumbass
that's what I expect him
and
to
all
say.
these crazy streaming sites for all the not streaming sites but pay-per-views they charging me. I want to see boxing for 10, 11 rounds. Then you get
That's what I expect him to say. I expect him to say, I'm gonna go out here and outclass this dude. If he does that, because you can't say I don't want them to be on Twitter, because that's the thing that we was getting on Terrence Crawford for. Why you not being vocal? You gotta sell yourself. So Shakur is doing what we asked Terrence Crawford to do by being vocal and selling himself, selling these fights. So you can't knock Shakur for doing that. The only problem is he's not being realistic. If he go out there and say, look, I'm gonna show you this dude is not on my level. Now, Shakur, you're talking your type of fight, because that's what we expect you to show a fighter that's not on your level. That's what we expect to see. If you get the knockout, we'll be happy, we'll be surprised. And we'll be talking about, hey, did you see how Shakur knocked that dude out? I wasn't seeing that. I didn't see that coming. That's what I expect to hear from Shakur. So it just I can't knock the dude for being on Twitter, because we want these fighters to be on Twitter, be on social media to build up the fight, especially if they're not getting
What you want me to do, Brian? Brother Brian, what you mean?
No, I don't
as
like
long
that
as he,
stuff,
yeah, is that, bro? He might be agreeing with me. I don't know.
No, he said as long as he's winning.
I don't like that Twitter stuff.
Right? Yeah, as long as he's winning, what is the problem?
Yeah, it's not a problem. That's why I said it's not a problem with him winning. Now, if he goes in there and he's clearly in there with somebody that he should outclass and he looked bad in that fight, then we could go ahead and critique him and say, hey, this is what he should have did. He was doing this, he was doing that. He said Dee Free hated on the 2-time. No, he's not a 2-time, and I'm not even going to talk about him. He's not 2-time. I give you one time.
Keep it moving.
I don't even want to.
But no, nevertheless, Shakur Stevenson, keep it moving. Shakur Stevenson, what you said about him?
But
Shakur Stevenson, he's gonna take the fight, man. The fight gonna happen, man. Senior on the show yesterday. Senior said the fight was gonna happen. He seemed confident. Then he asked him about Tank and another fighter. I think BVO asked him about, and he absolutely was like no, or was not kind of sure about it.
He didn't answer it at all. He didn't answer it at all.
Oh, what was that? The one he went pause on?
Yeah, he didn't answer it at all because
right. Facts. So, yeah, so them fights, I don't want to hear that about that.
No,
man, but
see, this is the problem that I have with Shakur. Like I said, he's going over to Saudi Arabia. We just seen daggone Robert Kasakiel rob your boy Oscar. I mean
he gonna be
Oshaki Foster. We just seen he get a robbery victory. What if Shakur goes over there and he gets robbed? What if he goes over there and he gets robbed? Because y'all gotta understand, Joe Cordina has a long-term deal with Eddie Hearn. Shakur doesn't. He has a 2-fight deal. the money is by Joe Cordina being champion. That's where Eddie Hearn is going to make his money at, by Joe Cordina being a champion, not by Shakur being a champion. So I hope Shakur goes out here and watch this dude and make it so where they can't get the other guy to fight, because if he goes in there and he makes it close and it looks like this a round or a couple of rounds here and there, it looked like it could go either way. I'd be scared for Shakur at the end of that daggone 12th round. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be nervous for Shakur at the end of that 12th round. If that fight is close at any time, if that fight is close, I'm gonna be nervous for Shakur.
I understand what you're saying, but if Shakur is even, I think 60% of what he is, I think he should outclass Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina is pretty much built for Shakur. That's my opinion.
I'm just telling you. We seen worse robberies. We seen worse robberies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
We have. It's been some judges that need to have been investigated by the FBI. They should be on trial right now. Investigation should be over.
They gave Canelo
Where is
draw
CJ Ross at?
I gotta get a
CJ
shirt
Ross should be in prison by
avatar. I'm gonna get a shirt with your avatar, and on the back of it say, "These guys got to be invested by the FBI." I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
Yo, word to my mother, yo. I'm not even lying. CJ Ross should be in federal prison by now after that scorecard against that Canelo.
Hold on one second. BVO want me to.
She should be in prison.
BVO want me to drop this commercial real quick.
Drop the commercial.
Hold on, let me find a video. I don't know where BVO put it at. Oh, here we go.
Run it.
Where is it at? BVO got all these daggone videos in here.
BVO, you probably can get it before I can.
BVO, drop the commercial, dog.
BVO don't want to. Where is it at in the chat? The Queen wrote it in the chat. I can read it. She wrote it in the chat somewhere. I'm scrolling back up to see where the Queen, where she wrote the commercial at. We could do it manually. Queen, can you run that back, Queen? I can't see it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it because BVO got all these.
Text them.
She might.
I don't see it up here.
Yeah, she just put it, Prize. Thank you, Melon Queen.
There it is. All right, the Cash App. Y'all know what it is. It's 3 for 10. No, I'm sorry. It's 3 for 25, 1 for 10. Right? You know, the first place get a Apple 10th gen iPad. 10th generation iPad. So you know that joint gonna be fire. Probably could get all wild colors. You know, JBT probably gonna have the most fire iPad. So don't even worry about that. And then the second place get you them headphones that I'm gonna personally buy regardless if I win anyway. The Kenichi Bear headphones, them joints gonna be fire. They probably do way better than them trash AirPods that you gotta order every couple of years.
Yo, the JBT is back at you with another raffle. This time we'll be giving away an iPad, 10th generation iPad on entertainment in the pocket of your hand. So you wonder, how do you get this iPad? It's only $10. We're giving away block specials for all our prizes this time around. $10 per entry. 3 entries for just $25 to get you in this time. Who don't love a block special? Not only are we giving away an iPad, but it's more gifts. Who don't love gifts? Gifts on top of gifts. Send that money, JBT Network 1, JBT Network 1, JBT Network 1. Now, what you say is the other prizes now? We linked up with Kenichi Bear. Noise canceling headphones from the young brother straight from Baltimore, Maryland. So, if you want an addition to your $10, you get a secondary prize if you don't win the first prize. And then, don't forget, we got more. Don't win the first prize, don't win the second prize. Who don't need an air fryer? We giving away a Ninja air fryer. Get your food right, eat healthy, get right. All on the JBT. $10 once again. I get you all of this. Your chance is golden. You got to be in it to win it. If you ain't in it, you don't get no prize. $10. JBT Network 1. Good luck. It's on you.
Yeah, hey BVO,
Thank you, because I was
Yeah.
about to run through that joint manually. You heard?
Yeah, BVO,
Yeah, my man
I
Prize
just
was
renamed
tearing it up.
I was about to run. I was glad you cut me on because I was like losing it because I lost it. It had refreshed, so I scrolled back up like, damn, where'd it go? I ain't know what the third prize was.
Oh, she said, FYI, the iPad is hers.
You can have it. I want the
and
headphones. I'm getting the headphones regardless.
Hey, BBO, I renamed it the JBT commercial so we know where to go at. If I'm up here, I know where to go at to pull it up. So
Good ish, Fred. Good ish. Cause I was about to read that joint, man. Like third place, you can get a Ninja air fryer. You heard? You know, all the announcements gonna be October the 12th. So good luck. If you don't put your money in, you're not gonna win. So don't be like, I wish I heard the air fryer.
It's like the lottery. You got to be in it to win it.
You got to play to win, baby. You see the Cash App? Stop playing with it. JBT. It is what it is.
He said, Rise not coming on tonight. Okay.
All right. Shout out Ace. Good looking. We got a little time free.
But yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of fights that we want to see happen. Will they happen? Only time will tell. But I think what's really everybody question is who's Tank going to fight now, being though that he's not getting a Shakur and Loma ducked him. Who's he going to fight now? I believe that he's going after the WBO champion. Yeah, I believe he's gonna go after him. Some people believe that he's gonna fight El Rayo, but
I think that's who it is, Free.
It's pointless to fight El Rayo because he's not gonna go to 140. He's gonna make El Rayo come down to 35.
Rayo will do that.
Rayo do it, but it's pointless because you get nothing out of it. You get nothing out of it. The only thing, the better thing is to go up to 40 and beat him for his belt. But to have him come down to 35 and you fight him at 35, nothing.
People going to question and hate and do all the BS they normally do.
Me personally, I think if he doesn't, being though he didn't get the Shakur Stevenson fight, he didn't get the Loma fight. If he can't get the WBO champion, he should go after William Zepeda. That's going to be a nice payday for Tank Davis.
Yeah, I don't want to see that fight, but whatever.
What fight you want to see at 35 then? If you don't get any one of those 4 fights, what fight you want to see?
I'd rather see him unify with Baranchek.
Those are the best 4 guys at 35 for Tank Davis. Those are the best 4 guys.
I'd rather see the new champion fight him.
The new champion fight Williams Zepeda?
No. Baranchek. Didn't he just get the belt, right?
If he doesn't get that fight. If he don't
get the Baranchek fight?
Yeah.
And he doesn't get the Rayo fight?
No, I'm not saying him going for Rayo at all, unless he's going to 140. I don't want Rayo coming back down to 35 to fight Tank Davis.
Yeah.
If Tank Davis fight a Rayo, go to 40 and fight him and take his belt. You get nothing out of him coming down to 35. It's nothing on the line but your belt.
People are going to be like, oh, they're going to take weight draining again. There he goes.
I don't care.
Making Rayo come down and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
I don't care what they said. Loma ducked.
I don't either. Because everybody ducked.
And Shakur avoided them. I don't care what they said.
And that's what I'm going to say. I'm gonna say it like this though. I'm not gonna say Shakur avoided him. What I'm gonna use, I'm gonna say Loma ducked him, and the Shakur fight didn't happen. So, and these bums is running. If Rayo didn't want none, I'm with you on that. Free, go up there to 40 and whoop him.
I think he should. That's the best look. It makes Tank Davis look better by going to 40. If he brings Rayo down, it doesn't do anything for Tank Davis. It's going to give.
Because then they're going to start talking about, we trying to weight drain somebody and make people come down and wait. And
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear none of that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It does nothing for him. So if he doesn't get If he doesn't get the fight with Berichak,
Here we go.
then he needs to fight Williams or Pater. Those are the 4 best guys at 35. Those are the 4 best. That's who he should fight. I don't.
He should
I don't
fight Teo.
Those are the 4
Why
best
not?
guys that he should fight. If he's not gonna fight, the other 3 champions, he need to fight Williams because
You want Teo or Pitbull? You want Teo or Pitbull?
No, Pitbull just lost. Name the fighter that Tank Davis fight coming off a loss.
I mean, Floyd fought.
I ain't say Floyd. I said
lost to
Tank.
Baltimore.
I didn't say Floyd. I said Tank. Name the fighter that Tank fought that just came off a loss.
Should fight Pitbull, man.
Name the fighter that Tank fought that just came off a loss.
I mean, he been fighting everybody that worked for the grass company, so I don't know.
So the answer is he hasn't fought anybody that came off a loss.
Yeah, boy.
I didn't mention Teo Melon Queen. That was Marky Dan. But I'll say this. No matter what we do, man, you know, Tank, I think his next fight should be against Pitbull Cruz or Teo. That's what it'll sell.
It'll sell it. I'm gonna tell you what would sell more than both of them. Him fighting Williams or Pater. It would sell more than both of them. Williams or Pater is a bigger name than Pitbull, and he's arguably.
Oh well, I don't know about that.
I never heard of that guy you talking about.
I don't know about that, Dee Free. I don't know if he's a.
You don't know if Williams or Pater is a bigger name than Pitbull.
No, Williams and Pitbull Cruz been in a pay-per-view fight with Tank. The people tried to say he beat Tank or he made a complete fortune off of a loss to Tank. The whole world knows who the hell. Don't nobody know who the hell Williams and Pater is. They don't even know who he fight for.
I understand all of that. I understand all of that.
Not only that, the Mexican fan base was galvanized that night. They were mad about what happened to Pitbull against Tank.
Listen,
they thought he got robbed.
Listen. Who do you think the Mexican fan base? Who do you think the Mexican fan base will more likely be behind over Williams or Pater, who's from Mexico, or Pitbull Cruz, who's from LA? Which one is he's more likely to be behind? They're gonna be behind. They're gonna be behind Williams or Pater. Williams or Pater is undefeated. He's one of those dudes at 135 right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the top fighters at 135.
I mean, Oscar is from LA.
I don't care what Oscar is from. I said the Mexican fan base. Williams or Pater is from Mexico. They're going to be behind.
But the point I'm making is Oscar is from LA, and he took on a bunch of different Mexican.
BVO, you're one person. If you never heard of Williams or Pater, that's your fault. You're one person. You need to get your boxing knowledge up. That's your fault.
Yeah.
The Mexican fan base is going to be behind Williams or Pater. He's that dude. He's that dude coming out of Mexico. He's a better fighter than Pitbull Cruz. A lot of people believe he has a very high chance of beating Tank Davis. I'm not one of them, but there's a lot of people that believe that he has a high chance of beating Tank Davis. But the Mexican fan base will be behind him. That would sell better than Pitbull Cruz and Teo. It would sell better than Pitbull and Teo. Remember, Pitbull just got whooped by El Rayo. He just got whooped by El Rayo. So no. You could say it was a close fight all you want. He got whooped. He got whooped. No, I'm telling you, they will be behind Williams or Pater. That's a bigger fight than Teo and Pitbull. Is a bigger fight. He got a whole country.
Teo got all those belts.
Huh?
Teo got all those belts.
Teo had all or nothing.
He got two belts at 140. He had all 4 down at 35. I mean, he really accomplished.
No, he don't have any belts at 35. He don't have nothing at 35.
If Tank beat Teo, that would be his best win.
According to you.
No, anybody.
No, according to you, because you can't speak for anybody. You only can speak for what you think.
Ask the historian.
No, I agree. That nigga right.
No, that's what he believed.
You said anybody that's better than Teo.
Okay, well then who's a better fighter on Tank's resume than Teo?
He beat Cambosis. It'd be better than Teo.
He didn't beat Kambosos. He never
Who?
fought
If he
Kambosos.
beats Kambosos, it'd be better than Tio.
I'm talking about currently. We ain't talking about no hypothetical.
If he
Wait.
beats
You said
Kambosos, it'd be better than Tio.
if Tank beats Kambosos, what?
Yeah, he
You're
cooked.
trolling me, Brilliant. You're
He beat
trolling.
Tio. He beat Tio.
You cooked.
He did beat Tio.
Nobody on Tank's
Tio.
resume is better than Tank. Nobody on Tank's resume is better than Tio, man. Nobody.
Leo is better than Tio.
No, he's not.
Mario Barrio is better than
Who's
Tio.
better than Tio?
Leo Santa
Mario
Cruz.
Barrios. Are you out your mind?
No. Why
Santa
Tio,
Cruz
Tio ain't never mentioned Mario Barrio?
I agree with that.
Who in the world has Mario Barrios
is a
beat?
better fighter than Tio.
No. Mario Barrio beat Ugas.
Who is Ugas?
Exactly.
The dude who's getting knocked out at 140?
A guy that smoked Manny Pacquiao.
You always say that when you don't have an answer.
Manny Pacquiao was 100 years old.
I don't care. He smoked him.
You always say that when you don't have an answer.
Keith Thurman, he was 100 years old when he fought Keith Thurman, but he didn't win. Keith Thurman smoked.
He was
got
juiced
smoked.
up when he fought Keith Thurman.
Man, who said he ain't failed no drug test? I ain't hear nothing come back from
They
that.
ain't have no drug test.
All right, well, who fought is that?
You talking about Manny Pacquiao? You talking about Mario Barrio?
You talking about Manny Pacquiao? You talking about Manny Pacquiao? Boss
he said he didn't win. He said no, he fought Keith Thurman, but he didn't win.
Oh yeah, he didn't win.
You talking about Mario Barrio?
Mario Barrio, man, is a complete hype job.
Stop.
Well, if he's a hype job, well, why Tio ain't calling him up?
What are you talking about? He called out Brian Norman.
That's an easy belt for Tio. That's an easy belt because he gets beat to death by Brian Norman, which he already ducked. He gets beat to death by.
He didn't duck him.
Yes, he did. Brian Norman sent him an offer. He sent him an offer. He declined it
because he didn't want to fight in September.
He hasn't. Brian Norman is the one that just came off a fight, not Tio. Tio been sitting at home chilling. He been sitting at home chilling for the last couple of months.
Did Tio stop Claggett?
He had a wrist injury.
He always got an issue when something happened with Tio.
That's what he said.
All right, man. All right, BBO.
No, Tio has no power. He has no power.
And by the way, I think Tio would absolutely destroy and beat Brian Norman to death. Like, that's my opinion. I don't know why he's avoiding that.
I think Tio. I don't know, man. Brian Norman.
I just don't think that highly of Brian.
He
Norman,
got that style for Tio though.
I think he'd outclass.
Brian Norman is not good, bro. I don't want to talk trash.
Yeah, I think
you just called him the #1 welterweight the other day.
This dude.
That's not really saying much, Prize.
No, BVO said that.
This dude right here called him the #1 welterweight just like 2-3 days ago. You called him the #1 welterweight. This dude called him that.
Thank you, Free.
What is wrong with you?
I don't remember that at all.
BVO, what's going on?
What?
What is that?
No.
BVO definitely said
you think
that Brian
Boots
Norman
Ennis? Let's put some money on that, BVO.
Being
put your money where your rankings are.
Jaron Boots Ennis, and that Brian Norman was the #1 welterweight in the world.
Yes, he did.
I got Brian Norman stopping Boots Ennis.
Yeah, but you said Brian Norman can't fight.
Anybody
He
that
just said he can't
put some money up.
BVO.
You said Brian Norman is not that good, but you got him stopping Boots Ennis.
See what happened when you get up here without your shirt off? Well, you just need to just stop, bro.
Hey,
500.
you got your shirt off.
That's a bet, BVO.
He need to come here
that's
like
a bet, BVO.
I got 100 that Brian Norman stops Boots.
Man, you tweet.
Bet.
I take that all day long.
I take that 100 too.
Bet.
I ain't betting all y'all niggas.
Yeah, well, I said bet first.
Me and Sugar Cane, we locked in.
You're a goddamn fool.
That Brian Norman
you are a goddamn fool. And and ain't no takebacks, nigga. Ain't no call in the day before the fight. Like, hey, Mark, no, nigga, you gonna eat that. Nah. You're gonna ride that shit. You're gonna stand on it, nigga. What is wrong with you,
Ace?
BVO?
I know, right? Ace out there. BVO gonna owe somebody $1,000 up in here. Then we gonna have
Brian
to
Norman Jr. will stop Boots. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all think I'm joking. Brian Norman stops Boots.
He very well can, but
yeah, he definitely can because he can crack. He can crack now.
You're not taking everybody bet. Is you saying you don't really believe it? You think
No, I took Marky Dan's bet.
Yeah, you took. I said you not taking everybody's bet. You don't really believe it. You just say, okay, I'm willing to lose.
I bet $100 on him knocking him out. And then when 10, 11 people take your bet, and then he go in there and get
you ain't
smoked.
willing to lose 500.
Did
You
you
willing to
did you
lose
see did you
800.
see how
You
he
gonna
stood
be
over
in
that
here
last dude like
having
go?
then you gonna be calling our phones trying to tell you all the people after you. Then me and Free got to get this Blix, and it's gonna just be like, damn,
Hey, I'll
BVO,
just
you
say this. I'll
growing.
say this. We already know how Free's a master in manipulation, so I ain't gonna let Free get
I'm not
none
a
of that.
master.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
That's
not
a
a master.
fact.
I
Free is
can't
a
tell you
master in
a master
manipulation.
debater.
So,
I'm just a
That's a
master
fact.
debater. I'm not a master in anything else but a debater. That's it. That's the only
and
thing
you know,
I'm master.
you know, there's no debate. Brian Norman is the best at 147, and he stops Boots, and Tio stops him.
So you just said that again. Tio ducked that man.
He didn't duck
Duck,
him.
I do think Theo
duck
stops him. I do
sauce,
think that.
He wasn't ready to fight. His wrist was messed up.
fried rice and with duck sauce.
When did Tio came out and say his wrist was injured?
His father just said he was on it was on Mill City.
I said when did Tio come out and say it? Because Tio's been out. He's been out. He ain't say, oh, I can't get in the ring because my wrist is injured.
I'm telling you what his
When did
father
he say
said.
his wrist? I don't care what his father said. I'm saying what he say. His father doesn't have that wrist. Tio does.
Tio hasn't been saying nothing recently.
Tio's been out talking. He's been out. They've been interviewing Tio. He ain't say nothing about his wrist is injured. And the only way your wrist is injured, you don't know how to punch.
I mean,
Most people injure their hand. That man injured his wrist. That means he don't know how to punch. No, Tio don't have no power. He was the only reason why.
I feel
The
like
only reason why.
hey,
Right.
Hey, Free, I got a bet for
Somebody
you.
time
Hey,
BVO.
Free, I got a bet
Somebody
for you.
time him out.
Hey, Free, since you a bad dude, you a bad dude from DC. Let me ask you this: I got 100 that Tio beat your cousin.
Who? What cousin?
He talking about Gary Antoine. I got 100. Tio don't take the fight.
I got 100 that he beat him.
I got 100. Tio don't take the fight.
Man, Antoine will whoop Tio behind. That wasn't it.
Bet Tio don't take the fight. Bet Tio don't take the fight.
I don't know about that. Antoine
I got 100.
lost.
Tio don't take the fight.
Hey, Bentley.
He'll beat him,
Bentley.
man.
Pretty bad
Don't roast
too.
me, man. I know you sell oranges on the side of the freeway all day, but don't roast me, bro. Don't roast me. I'll roast you.
What he said? BVO looked like he just got done eating and about to knock out. He knocked out.
No, see, this is the problem. See, this is what BVO is on that hype train. Tio was getting all these knockouts at 35. Tio don't have power like that. He was getting knockouts at 35 because those guys were smaller than him. The only guy that was bigger than him that he got a knockout over is daggone Richard Comey.
That was impressive.
Was the only guy that
he
was
almost
bigger.
He almost stopped Nakatani.
Nakatani almost stopped him. They was in a war, and you saw how easy Loma beat Nakatani, the older fighter. You see how easy Loma beat Nakatani?
I'll say this about Tio. I don't like how when he fight, he get that Muppet look now. His defense got to get better. His defense is not as good as it should be.
And you think he gonna beat Brian Norman or Jaron, and you just sitting there saying his defense got to get better. You talking about one of the harder punchers at 47, one of the best boxers at 47. You think he's gonna beat Boots? Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is what I'll tell you, Dee Free. I don't want to talk too much about Brian Norman
welterweight.
Jr.
Then you said he couldn't fight.
Let me say this real quick, Prize. This is my thing. This is what I think. I gotta watch what I say because I want to get an interview. But I'll say this. Brian Norman is number one at 147. BVO can't make crazy claims because people gonna hold me to him. So I gotta be careful what I say.
Hey, Ace,
when I said he couldn't fight a couple minutes ago.
When I speak with them, I set it up and then
Prize, you just heard it right there.
Let me get the confirmation first, Ace.
Yeah, I've been trying to get an autograph from Gary Russell Jr. for 2 years. I'm still waiting on Free.
Yeah, any one of the brothers, let me get a glove.
You know what's funny? Gary Russell and Deontay Wilder was my favorite on that Olympic team.
Free, can you get them to come on here, Free? You think they'll give us some time? They gym rats. They're not gonna do
anything right now because Antonio is getting ready for a fight. Antonio got a fight coming up, so they train.
That's a dangerous fight though, man. Are you worried about him in that fight? He can get stopped in that fight. That's a tough fight got coming up.
Who's he fighting?
He could get stopped, but it also is a good fight for him because he go in there, he beat him, then he would look good.
Who's he fighting?
What's that dude's name?
It's the guy that just fought. Oh, I'm about to pull it up.
He been knocking niggas out too. He been knocking niggas out too.
Who? Antonio?
Oh, definitely ask
Maloney?
Nick Ball to come on. That'd be dope.
Didn't we
I like
say he
Nick
was
Ball.
fighting some guy?
Yeah, Nick Ball. Nick Ball. No, he said Nick Ball is his
shoot.
his auntie.
No, he.
Okay.
This is the thing though. This is the thing, Marky Dan. Antonio is very undisciplined, man. He got to be careful. This dude he fighting got bricks for hands.
You
Man.
don't even know his
dude,
name, BVO.
No, that dude is a
I
buzzsaw.
can't remember his name. It's a lot of fighters, dude.
No, but Prize. I've been telling BVO about Nick Ball. No,
that's who he fighting.
So BVO's informed. Yeah.
Oh, he's fighting Nick
that
Ball?
boy is a buzzsaw.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a good fight. When that fight happening?
I'm pulling it up now.
Hey, Nick Ball
I
beat the
need
dog
that.
out of
I
Raymond
need
Ford.
that kind of fight in my life. That I like that. Nick Ball can rumble. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he
absolutely.
Ooh.
I didn't know he was fighting Nick Ball.
Pull that off. Salute to him.
I'll
but
say
man,
this though,
I
Gary
see him
Antoine
getting
didn't
tore
lose
up.
that fight to Pullo. I thought he won.
I think Gary Antoine he didn't box the way he should have.
Yeah, I think he didn't do enough.
Either way it go, man.
I ain't mad at
talking
that
about
Pulo,
the fight against Rodriguez?
That Pulo win.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. He got stopped, right?
No, almost. No, he right. He said Nick Ball fighting Ronnie Rios. You right, B3. You right. He is fighting Ronnie Rios.
That's what I said. I don't think he fighting Nick Ball. I'm trying to see who.
Oh, okay.
It's that one dude, man.
I think Ronnie Rios just got a stoppage though.
I can't remember. You know what? No, I'll tell you this. I give the wrestlers credit, man, because they do a pretty good job, man. They do a pretty good job of coming in shape. I never hear them have issues making weight or nothing. So
he not fighting Nick Ball?
No.
We had the wrong.
I was about to say, damn, that's gonna be crazy. He fighting Ronnie
Nick
Rios.
Ball been calling
That's good too, though. B3.
He better stop doing that.
That's a good fight too, though. Nick Ball and Ronnie Rios. That ain't bad.
It's a good fight for Antonio because Antonio only got one loss. He only got one loss.
Yeah, and BVO want to throw you in the trash
on
one loss.
He really did.
He what?
The dude that he lost to, he really beat the dog out of him.
Yeah, Antonio didn't fight his style.
Yeah.
Antonio went in there trying to knock him out.
Ain't no arguing on that, BVO. He was putting hands on him, but
Hey, you know what? You know it was a beatdown when I seen my man Gary Russell Jr. gave my man a thumbs up and an eye wink. He's like, yeah, he did your thing.
BVO crazy, man.
One thing about Gary Russell Jr., man, I think he got one of the biggest what if stories of all time, man. I really do. I mean, you know who remind me of Gary Russell Jr.? Abdullah Mason.
Oh, it's a rematch. It's a rematch.
Abdullah Mason.
Oh, what? Nick Ball and Rios is a rematch?
No, Gary Antonio versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. It's a rematch.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah,
get your back right away.
That's a trilogy.
No, it's a rematch.
Fought him twice.
That's not a good fight for him, man. That dude beat the shit out of him.
Hold on. No. You're right. That was the last fight. That was the fight.
They fought once. And the two fights ended on headbutts. Like, why are they doing that a third time? That's weird.
Yeah, that was the fight that he just lost. I'm trying to figure out where the fight is.
And I thought
you gonna be able to go live
pretty
for the
bad,
fight Tuesday, Free?
The second time.
Huh?
You gonna be able to go live for the fight?
When?
For anyway, next week.
I'll probably be up. Anyway, that nigga be coming on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I ain't gonna lie. We only did one
at
anyway
like
fight.
3:30 in the morning. You heard? On a Tuesday.
You know the funny thing though, Free, that was a big live that we did. That was a big live.
On Sunday. I don't want to hear that. That nigga just need to come to America.
It was.
They all rank him all the way up there pound for pound. All right, well that's fine. He ain't won, but he can be in there. But man,
and Nui the A side, and Nui the super A side, and Nui don't got to do nothing.
Yeah, he does. He beat one person.
No, he don't.
Well, you got to come to America.
I gotta say this real quick, y'all.
He absolutely got to do something. He has to come to America.
Well, let me say this real quick. My man B3, I gotta
shout
out my man
Americans.
B3.
He fight at 5. He fight at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hold on,
and that's why he got low ratings. Nobody don't know him.
Hold up.
B3, man, I got to give you a big shout out, bro. Even though you're a racist, man, you really do sometimes make some good sense, man. Salute to my man, Big 3, B3.
You and Dee Free are the two most racist people I've ever met in my life, BVO.
Marky
I
Dan.
got great love
Back
for
to the
both of
cotton
y'all.
fields, boy.
Marky Dan, do me a favor. Do me
Yeah,
a
he
favor.
did, Bentley, but who the hell is Maloney?
Do me a favor, Marky
Sounds
Dan.
like a baloney
Turn your
Maloney.
camera on, Marky Dan. Turn your camera on.
What?
Marky turned his camera
Turn your camera on, Marky Dan. Do me a favor. Turn your camera on.
I can't hear you.
And I got it.
I said, turn your camera on.
Pretty soon, I'm gonna get my stuff
God
together
damn.
so we can be on camera.
Man, stop being this camera stuff. Like everybody can't be on camera. Like right now, even though I'm chilling with Free, we holding the whole show. I can't be on camera right now. What I'm doing can't be on camera right now. You feel me?
Put that
talking
But
ball
I still
down.
want to be with my brothers, and you're not going to deny
I'm
me. So
telling
I'm
Marky
gonna be
Dan to
talking
turn
to
the
my
camera on
brothers,
for a reason.
God damn.
like
Y'all
Free
sound like
and
robots
Marky
to me.
and Thomas Hill, because of those camera.
Well, if Marky Dan turn his camera on, you'll see him in his room shuffling through the cotton.
Marky Dan know why I'm telling him to turn the camera on. He knows why.
Yo, you a goofy dog.
Hold on.
Tell me that man don't look like a small version of BVO.
I don't look like BVO, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here.
BVO Jr. I follow Marky on Instagram. I know what Marky look like.
Hey, that's my little brother though.
That nigga Marky Dan like a small version of BVO.
That's funny.
He a young BVO.
Bentley said he beat the brakes off of him. But I already said that, Bentley. Baloney. He said, "What if it's what I think it is? Then we doing the same thing, Prize."
Danny Drew said, "You in the building?"
Well, I'll put like this, Bentley.
Danny
I hope
Drew.
you're not doing water like my man Prize, man.
Water? What's that?
You talking about wet water?
Oh, Wiggles, nigga. I don't even know niggas that sell Wiggles no more. What are you talking about? They still sell Wiggles out in Cleveland? Y'all niggas down bad out there.
Butt making in DC. You know, he like to mix it up in the jar.
We call it boat.
We call it out here in South Jersey. Niggas was calling it the Wiggles, like you, because niggas be doing weird moves.
New York, they call it.
I ain't never smoked that shit.
We call it love boat.
Hey, but you know what I gotta say though?
I ain't do no Wiggles, man. No Wiggles that's for the birds. I'm cool on that Wiggles.
Yeah, you more of a Coke 45, 40 ounce type of guy.
I mean, I got way more money to be drinking no Court 45, nigga. What's wrong with you?
Hey, just because you got some money don't mean you ain't gonna buy you a Blue Bull.
Coke 45 had niggas with the dollars. Them Jones like $1 and some change. Man. I don't drink no dollar.
What's that
beer.
Blue Bull called, Free?
Like?
What's that beer with the blue bull on it?
That's
bull, nigga. Bull.
Huh? It's bull.
We used to sneak them Jones in high school. Them Jones that had you trash, man. Them old heads.
Y'all want to hear something funny? One time I was talking to my man Prize, and he had a steel 211 in his hand.
Man, now ain't no way
and
in the
cigarette
world.
burning.
I've never even tasted one of those, bro. Never.
He said consistency and hard work pay off. Hey,
like
you know what? Salute to my man Danny G.
BVO like to sit on the block and drink Cisco, the green kind. So that's what BVO like. Remember that John Free or Night Train? No, you more like a Night Train nigga with your shirt off out there sweating.
Hey.
Whoa.
I'll put like this, man. Shout out to my man, Prize Fighter, man. The only dude I know that still wear platinum football shoes with just both jeans. So
you was the nigga with the baggy jeans with the loose tips running down the block. What are you talking about?
Hey, Bentley, I keep trying to tell you stop roasting me, man. Because if you keep messing, I'm gonna call immigration.
Wild Irish Rose, Bentley.
I'm gonna let
That's
them know
what
that
I really
here.
was trying to think of. That
hold on
white
one
label.
second. Bentley, you keep roasting.
You remember when Mob Deep was like, "I'm drinking white label." You know that nigga was talking about that's that shit BVO be drinking.
Yeah. It's low tide. I heard it's low tide, Bentley. You better be careful, man. I know you got some people trying to come over here, so be careful.
Low tide.
Wow.
Now BVO, that was just a little too far. Now
that was
that was
racist. Call it like it is,
Dee Free was up here doing a great job, and here you coming here say something like that to the damn.
Bentley's my brother, man. He's my brother. I can do that. That's my brother. Bentley's my brother.
That was whack.
He said, I'm all right. I'm gonna get on Prize, aka Paul Pierce. Yeah, Prize do like a poor man's Paul Pierce.
Yeah,
He look like Paul Pierce when he got
whatever.
poked up. Y'all
I ain't
remember?
never get slid for my chains and my watches though. You know what I'm saying? All my
Y'all
stuff
remember
is
when Paul
here.
Pierce got poked up by that dude with a butter knife?
They said something about it was about a chick, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's all some stuff you would do too, Prize.
No, I don't need to do that, bro. I don't got to fight over no chicks, bro. You bugging.
I don't
And
know. I don't
nobody
think
gonna
you.
try to slide me for no chick because I don't mess with people's wives and stuff. You feel me? Like
Not no more.
if man, I ain't never man that bro that was crazy. But that one time, cause I ain't know. But I'm just saying the
Yeah,
other stuff, bro. Like I ain't mess with nobody wife because y'all niggas not finna get y'all not finna slump me over no yams.
you be capping, Prize. We know
No,
you love
that's
to
you,
steal people's
BVO.
girl.
Stop getting up here and making up stuff.
We know you would take a brother's wife, man. We know how you do.
No, sir. No, sir. I will not. I don't touch
What
nobody's
is that
wife
shirt
because
you
I
had
don't
on?
want.
What was that pretty name on your shirt? Celine,
What's that?
Coco Chanel, something you had on your shirt. What was that you had on your shirt
What are
yesterday?
you talking about? Coco Chanel.
What
What are you
was that?
talking about?
The name of
When?
that shirt, that pretty name that was on your shirt
When?
yesterday.
I don't remember what I had on yesterday. You got to refresh my memory.
You had on the I think it was a Coach or Chanel shirt. Some I think it was a Chanel shirt you had on
I don't know. You
yesterday.
got to look. I got to see the footage. I don't remember.
Because we didn't know your top of your ear was pierced like that.
What are you doing right now? What is happening?
Abdullah Mason, the truth. He's on a he's what he
Yeah,
says
because
he's on no
you're
path.
just saying stupid shit right now. Just be
I'll
quiet.
say
Read
this.
the comment. Why are you up here? You supposed to have a night off. Get out of here. That's why Free wouldn't mute his mic. Here you come.
Hey, he ain't muted his mic because of me. He muted his mic because of you.
No, we was doing great. Then here you come up here talking about tongue piercers and
I don't know. We got the tongue piercing
Celine
stuff, bro.
shirts and whatever other stuff you were talking about.
You the one that told me you shop till you drop, not me.
This is a boxing show. You start talking about what I'm wearing. Why are you watching what I'm wearing? You a grown ass man. I can see if the melanin
Stop
queen was
wearing
like, yo, I
FUBU,
like
man.
your shirt, Prize. But you're a man. What I don't even know what I
Stop,
had on, and you know what I had on,
stop,
and I don't
stop
know
wearing,
what I had on, but you do.
stop wearing FUBU, man, and we'll leave you alone.
Okay.
But all jokes aside, man, we got a lot of good things going on in boxing, man. It's a little bit dead,
Yeah.
but you know the cool thing though, man. We got the NFL coming up. I know a lot of us is excited about the Cleveland Browns.
And thank you, Dee Free, for sending Jahan Dodds. We'll kindly take him to Philadelphia. Yes, we will.
Yeah, and we know
That less
Philadelphia
I
got the
bet, Dee
worst
Free. Don't
quarterback in the
forget. I
NFC
bet.
East. So we're gonna see a lot of turmoil because Jalen Hurts had a horrible season last year. Horrible season with the number one line in the NFL. So we expecting another horrible year out of Jalen Hurts. He's a horrible quarterback. They paid him, and the fact that he can't get the ball out with two great receivers, with two number ones, lets you know what kind of bum he is. So I don't know. Feel bad for the Eagles, man. But Mont Browns, this is our year. We got 8 players making over $10 million, which is the most in the NFL. We got to get a ring this year, y'all. Browns, baby. Uh, he said BVO doesn't support black business. I'm black. This ain't makeup, bro. But the Browns, I see us going
Trash.
to the Super Bowl. We got the best tight
Lose.
end in the league. We got the best tight end. We
Who?
got the
Who
best
BBO?
running
Who's the
back.
tight end?
David Njoku, Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I like him. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
So
He tough.
we got
But again,
a
thank you,
top
D
three
Free.
line.
Shout
Yeah,
out to D Free.
listen here, you bastard. I
Shout
heard the
out to
tail
D
part of
Free
what
and
you
his
said. Don't
commanders.
you ever talk about my quarterback like that again. Do you hear me?
Hold on, what'd you
You
say?
stick to that
Big
bum you
game.
got in Cleveland.
Who is in
Hold on.
Cleveland?
I
Who they
don't
got?
know. I ain't seen this dude play in years. He's
They
stuck
got
getting
is that the boy?
massages at the team
What's the boy
facility.
from Houston? He's played for Houston. Deshaun.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun. I like Deshaun
Just
Watson. I ain't gonna cap, but he ain't got it no more. That year off really did something.
I'll say this though. The one team that shocked me, man, is definitely the Eagles. They
Yeah, we
really look
stole.
good. Let me finish. They got it. They look like they beefed up a little bit on the back end. And I want to give a shout out to a sleeper team. They're not gonna win many games, but you know what? The defense this whole preseason, man, he doing a hell of a job, man. My man in Washington, man. Shout out to the Commanders. They got a really good up and coming defensive line, so I'm excited to see what they do. But my
I'm
pick
excited to
for
see
the
the
NFC. Hold on
Giants.
one second. My pick for the NFC East is going to be none other than the New York Giants. I got the New York Giants taking it, so that's just my opinion. They got a lot of good pieces, and we know Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes is coming back healthy, so we got a lot going on for sure.
You talking
I
about?
I was gonna say I'm excited to see the Giants defensive line because they added a lot of top tier talent this offseason, but
And
you
they
out of
got
your
they
goddamn
got
mind.
that big black
Dan,
dude.
you fumbled the dime. Dan, you fumbled the dime.
Hold on, what's that big black dude's name? Markey, the defensive tackle they got from I think he's from Clemson. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
For the Giants.
I can't think of him right now.
He's a monster. They actually got him some help, so I'll put it like this though. The
But I
Commanders
don't know D Free. Listen, my bad for cutting you off. But D Free,
but
part of the biggest problem with the Giants is their offensive line, and Danny Jones, his left tackle went down in week 2, his center went down in week 3, and he went down in like I think week 5, and I think they said it was a point he got sacked 17 times in 2 games.
Yeah.
Like,
Dexter
bruh,
Lawrence.
what
He was
like what
getting
do you do with
smashed.
that?
That
Like,
that
what you supposed to do?
that
My
that
bad.
that's
Dexter
that's
Lawrence.
2
That's his
games.
name. Dexter
That's
Lawrence.
2 games. He didn't have 17 fumbles in 2 games. That man had the most fumbles out of any quarterback in the entire league.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, that's his name. The big defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but think about that. Well, I don't know about that, but still,
But
Yeah,
how
I'll
many
say this though.
quarterbacks were
Danny
getting
Drew. I'm
sacked
rooting for
17 times in 2 games?
Hey,
I'm rooting for him.
so did Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got sacked 17 times in 2 games. One was the
He got
AFC
murdered.
Championship, and the other one was in the Super Bowl.
Don't say the N
But
word, bro.
we
Don't say the
talking
N
about
word.
Joe Burrow. This is Danny Dimes. I'm
I'm
saying
saying Joe
Throwing
Burrow
picks
got
in practice all
sacked 17 times,
crazy.
the
Like,
AFC
I'll say this though.
Championship
I'll
and the
say
Super
this
Bowl
though.
combined.
I'll say this.
look here.
The
I
best
like.
quarterback in the
Go
league.
ahead.
The best quarterback in the league is still Joe Burrow. I think he's gonna have
No, he's
a comeback
You're
year.
out of your mind.
I'm
no.
not sure what's going on with T.
Hold on,
Higgins.
hold on,
kind of
hold on.
debatable.
Let's speak facts about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a product of his receivers.
What?
Now
No, he's no. But my bad,
I
D
don't know
Free. My
about
bad.
that
No, my
either.
bad. He's a product of his defense.
no,
His defense is what got him to the Super Bowl in that run.
listen. No, his defense didn't.
Yes, he
Listen,
did.
Yes,
Okay.
it did.
listen. Joe Burrows, when he was in LSU, he had great receivers around him. When he got
Yes,
to
he
Cleveland,
True.
when he got to Cleveland, he had great receivers around him.
Not Cleveland. He didn't go to
I'm
Cleveland.
I'm sorry, Cincinnati. When he got to Cincinnati, he had great receivers around him.
Yes, he
He
did.
don't have those receivers anymore.
No, he
We're gonna
didn't.
see them. No, he
Remember
doesn't.
No, they drafted Chase. They drafted Chase the next year. That first
He
year he
didn't
didn't
play
have
the
nobody.
first year. He didn't play the first year. He
He
got
did
injured.
till he got hurt.
Yeah, he got injured. He didn't play the first year. We injured him. We put him out for the season.
We put him.
Chase Young. He tried to dive for the end zone. Chase Young hit his ass and put him out for the season. He didn't play the first year.
I'll
That's
say
not
this
what
though.
happened, D Free. You
He
a
don't
lying
have-
bastard. He went down
He
in the
don't have
pocket.
those
I
receivers
remember
anymore.
that. You're a
He don't have
lying
those
bastard.
What do you mean? Who don't got the receivers? Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow don't have the receivers. T.
He
Higgins is
got
in
T. Young.
Tennessee.
He got T. Higgins.
T. Higgins is in Tennessee.
T. Higgins got
Trace
traded.
is not signed.
Oh, they traded him? Oh, okay. My mistake.
And Boyd is gone. All 3 of his receivers are gone.
That's true, BVO. That's
Yeah,
true.
they
Boyd
are.
is gone too?
No, wait, no. He still got
They got the second year guy coming in. He's gonna have to
we
step
talking
up.
about Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
They don't
They still
have
got
Boyd.
they still got the bull Jamar.
Jamal Chase.
Yeah, Jamal.
But
Chase
he's not.
got
No,
a
he's
contract
holding out.
this
He's
year.
not signed.
He's not signed.
Oh, that's right. Damn, I forgot.
Jamal
that
Chase
nigga was
is not
No,
signed.
but they got.
well, he
they
got to wait his turn.
they got
They
the second
needed to see
year.
what they were going to do with CD Lamb.
They got the second year.
That's
and
a
they
business
still don't-
move.
And they
They got
don't
the
have the running back. They don't have their running back neither. His running
They
back
got
is
the
gone.
white boy Charlie Jones coming in his second year.
We're gonna
I think
see
he's
what
gonna
Joe
explode
Burrow
on the
is
scene.
like. We're gonna see
He's
what
gonna
Joe
step
Burrow
up.
is doing.
Yeah, you really going to see what he made of this year. You right. I
Yeah,
can't wait
you
to
gonna see what he's
do
really
your show, D3.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all looking at Joe Burrow with great receivers around him. We're gonna see what he look like now with mediocre receivers. Because these receivers that he got hasn't been
Jamar
good.
Chase will be there, D Free. You know that the Cincinnati Bengals. Hold on, Marky. Do you know the Cincinnati Bengals are doing? They're playing. They had to see what they was going, what CeeDee Lamb was going to get, so they can make their move on, so they can know where Jamar Chase going to get.
Yeah, but
they can't. They couldn't. They didn't want to be the first to make the move because they wanted to see what Jerry and what they were going to do and set the market for Jamar Chase.
I'm not saying Jamar Chase is not going to sign. The problem with Jamar Chase signing. No, I'm not saying that he's not going to sign. The problem with Jamar Chase being on that team, he don't have those other two receivers to take the pressure off of him. Now everybody
he don't need it.
Everybody's
no,
going to be
I think they and they're gonna and the guys I talked about, they're gonna have to step up. But I think they drafted well at receiver. So if those guys have to play number 2 and number 3 to Chase, I think they can get it done.
You believe that he will. You believe that he will.
Yes, and I understand what you're saying, Dee Free. I understand.
I think that Jamar Chase is going to make them young bulls better than what they are because he's gonna command so much attention that Jamar Chase is going to be able to get freed up. You feel me? And do his thing. He's going to do his thing. He one of them dudes that's going to do his thing. Win, lose, or draw. It ain't going to matter. He's doing his thing.
Well, I tell you what, Cincinnati. I can tell you this much: Cincinnati won't be going to the playoffs. I can tell you that much. They won't be making it to the playoffs. They won't be making it to the playoffs.
Looking at it, it's probably going to be the Steelers and the Ravens coming out of that division, more than likely.
It won't be Cincinnati. It could be the Ravens in Cleveland. It won't be Cincinnati though.
Nope.
Won't be Cincinnati.
Let me see. Do they play the Texans this year? Who's on? Let's see their schedule. Yep.
Who's in Cincinnati division?
I don't know, Dee Free. They didn't make the playoffs. They might have an easy schedule.
Who's in Cincinnati division?
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland.
I couldn't. I was having a brain cramp, dog. Like Baltimore, Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh, and Cleveland,
and Tennessee.
No, Cleveland.
Hey,
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland.
All right, they get the Patriots at first.
Tennessee is in the same division as the Colts, Houston, and I believe it's Jacksonville. Colts, Houston, and Jacksonville is Tennessee's division.
So they got the Patriots first. Then week 2 they got the Chiefs. So I see them being 1-1. Then they play the Commanders. Jane Daniels. I don't know where he's going to be at that point. So I'm going to give that to Joe Burrow. And they play the Panthers. I'm being honest, Dee Free. I'm being honest.
Joe Burrow's
just my opinion.
Jaden Daniels is going to be Jaden Daniels. He's going to show why he got Heisman Trophy his first year starting at LSU. He's going to show why he got Heisman.
Yeah, I think if he's anything under 3-1 or at least 2-2, there's a big problem at that point.
The two LSU quarterbacks going head to head, Jaden Daniels is going to come out on top. Paul.
Yeah, that's going to be a big storyline. 2 Heisman LSU quarterbacks. But overall, the Eagles are coming out with it this year. The Eagles have we've shored up everything. We've drafted
the Eagles have got everything. We just stole. Thank you on behalf of Dee Free sloppy Commanders. They let go of Jahan. We stole once again. Howie Roseman has outsmarted the whole NFC East. Once again, we stole Saquon from New York, and then we stole Jahan Dotson from he's healthy. The Eagles, you can just put them up there, the best 3 trio.
We're about to get Micah in a couple years, Prize.
Who?
We might get Micah next year.
Man, listen, man. The Eagles, the sky's the limit. Howie Roseman like a genius. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to jump off of here, man. I got big things to do tomorrow, man. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. I got a lot of big things going on.
All right, man. Prize, it was good talking to you, fam.
Man, y'all salute, man. Y'all smash the like, man. Salute everybody in the chat. Make sure
Man,
y'all
smash
follow and
the like
subscribe. All
button.
that
What's
good
wrong
stuff,
with
man. I hate
y'all?
when we got to repeat it, but y'all just do
For
it.
real,
It's
bro.
easy. It's
Just get it
free.
done. Soon you come in,
And
bro.
don't forget
Smash the
about the
like button.
contest. Cash App the contest, because y'all know y'all want that iPad. So acting like y'all don't even, most of
And
y'all don't even got
subscribe,
iPads.
bro. Subscribe.
Y'all don't even got no iPad, so you might as well get it. And you might as well get some headphones too. And
For
that
real,
air
bro.
fryer, because y'all niggas can't cook like me. Matter of fact, I need to get me an air fryer. See, I need these products. So I'm playing to win. So y'all do the same thing, man.
You heard it right there. You heard it right there.
I mean, I'm gone.